Once again, you guys, we are here and we're happy to be here to share with you a very exciting opportunity. As you guys know, this space is constantly evolving and changing. And we have a master presenter today that's going to share this opportunity with you. So we want you to focus, to lock in, to make sure you're taking notes so that you can make an informed decision, you guys. And you can't make that, half listening or distracted. And because I have some conversations at times with folks, and you wonder if we're on the same meeting, the same webinar, because they'll take a statement and run with it, and you could tell they didn't stay and listen and or comprehend what was being said. So we want to focus in, and a lot of that is due to us multitasking and being really distracted. So we want to lock in, you guys. This opportunity right here. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity, in our opinion. Again, we've been in the space for quite a bit of time, and to be able to come across an opportunity that has so many moving components on how you can get paid with the latest technology and some of the most lucrative industries on the globe right now, you want to lock in and focus in. And moreover, whether you decide to do it or not, you want to thank the person who invited you. So with all that being said, I hope you're locked in. I hope you're in a quiet place where you can focus. Grab a pen, a pad, a tablet to take some notes, write down some key points of interest that you like and hear. And then that way you can share it and invite people, because we're going to be pushing this webinar for the next week, especially with the bonuses that are going to expire on Sunday. So this is one of them things that you want to take action right away. So with all that being said, our master presenter, Mr. Mark Hamlin, you guys, you already know he's very dynamic. He has a talent and a gift and a skill for being able to break down very complex stuff and make it palatable so people can receive it, hear it, and move. And we shouldn't take that for granted. So you want to make sure that you again lock in and always invite people to get in front of information when you have someone who presented at that level. So with all that being said, I'm going to give it over to you, my friend. The floor is yours.
All right. Well, thank you, Doc. I appreciate the warm welcome. And again, I'd like to welcome everyone to this call. And so what you're about to see is the latest advancements in AI-driven engagement, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have access to instant pay through XRP, and you're going to be able to reach the globe and enter the world's largest economy. So we're very excited about the information that you are going to hear tonight. And of course, you want to go to the app, because the app is actually on the App Store right now, Google Play Store and the Apple Store. Go to SuperOne and download the app and play version 1. But we're going to talk about version 2 over the next few minutes. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. Now, this is an interactive overview, ladies and gentlemen, a lot different than what you might have done in the past. And so I want you to absolutely participate. And so I'm going to start off with a very basic question. What's your favorite professional sports team? All right, now I know we got some haters. I got my Dallas shirt on, and I want you to type your answer in the chat box, by the way. So I don't know who you're rooting for, and when it comes to the NFL, you might have a NBA team, a baseball team, a soccer team. But go ahead and type your answer in the chat box. All right, we got Detroit Tigers. Okay, all right, we got the Lions. Okay, the Cowboys. Okay, we got a bunch of Cowboy fans. All right, we got some Commanders, Lakers, Cowboys. Okay, I see you. Chiefs. Excellent, excellent. What's your favorite World Cup team? Who is your favorite athlete, man or woman of all time? Go ahead and type that in the chat box. All right, Kobe. I see Barry Sanders. All right, me. That's James Smith. Now he's a baseball player for real. He's a baseball player. All right, let's continue on. How about this? Who is your favorite singer or entertainer? Who's your favorite actor or actress? All right. Now, these questions are yes and no. Have you ever bought merchandise because you were a fan of a specific team or you had a favorite player? How about this? Have you ever paid to attend a sporting event or a concert? Have you ever argued with someone about your favorite team? Now, do you follow your favorite athletes or entertainers on social media? Have you shared or liked or commented on their content? Have you ever participated in fantasy sports, a trivia game? And how competitive are you when it comes to trivia on a scale of 1 to 10? We got any Family Feud, fans out there? Maybe you play Jeopardy or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? All right, so these are all trivia games. Few more questions. What if watching wasn't the only way that you could participate, ladies and gentlemen? Would you play trivia about your favorite team if prizes were involved? Would you compete against other fans to prove who knows the best about your team? And would you play against fans from other countries? Would earning rewards make the experience more interesting? And would you rather just watch the World Cup or a baseball, football game, or compete while you were watching, sharing your knowledge? Well, what I want to talk with you about over the next few minutes is not about gaming at all, because that's what we've been talking about, gaming. We're not talking about casinos, right? We're not talking about gambling. We're talking about trivia and education. But what I want to share with you is not about that at all. It's about attention. It's about engagement and monetization, because billions of people are already fans. The question is this: what happens when you turn those passive fans into active participants? You create a huge economy. That's what we want to talk with you about. We want to show you how to tap into that and how it can benefit you and your family. All right. So now, how big is the gamified fan economy? Because that's what this is called, by the way. Well, it includes trivia, competitions, leaderboards, and rewards. It is estimated to be about $26.7 billion in 2026 and projected to exceed over $200 billion in 2035, according to one industry expert. Well, tonight, I want to introduce you to an innovative company, 7 years old, called SuperOne. They've been working on this, ladies and gentlemen, diligently, ladies and gentlemen, and now it is about to go live. It's all about helping turn the enormous attention surrounding athletes, entertainers, teams, and creators into measurable interaction and potentially revenue through things such as trivia, competition, AI, personalized experiences, sponsorships, and creator-driven communities. The world's biggest athletes and entertainers already have billions of fans, and gamified fan engagement creates a way to turn that attention into participation, and that participation into an economy. So now, of course, the company that makes this possible is SuperOne, and they were just featured in several financial publications, including Yahoo Finance. You can see this article is August the 17th. Why? Because they are preparing to launch the next generation of AI-powered fan engagement platform. That's what we want to break down for you. So you're looking at the CEO, Andreas Christensen, and of course, he has a co-founder as well, and you've been meeting both of them on live Zooms. All right. What makes this so powerful right now are the partnerships that have been established with SuperOne, starting with ByteDance. And ByteDance, you may or may not know, they own TikTok. So this is a huge partnership. So who is ByteDance, you might be asking? Well, ByteDance is a global technology company best known as the company that owns TikTok and CapCut and several other AI products. What makes ByteDance especially important is its strength in artificial intelligence, recommendation algorithms, short form videos, and massive scale consumer engagement. Its technology is designed to learn what users like and personalize what they see, which helps make TikTok one of the dominant short form platforms globally. ByteDance is privately held, but as of February 2026, transactions were discussed and a valuation of approximately $550 billion. And of course, TikTok has over 2.8 billion users. And so SuperOne has partnered up with these entities, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be phenomenal because we're going to have a reach that really is unprecedented. And of course, you can see here that partnership has also been featured recently in financial publications. You can see SuperOne announces the AI partnership with Byte Plus. Byte Plus is the parent company over ByteDance, and of course, ByteDance owns TikTok. All right, so you can read about this, you can Google that, and you'll be able to read that yourself. Okay, so what I want you to do right now, I want you to think big. In fact, I want you to think even bigger, because when you consider just the World Cup alone, which was right here in the United States, there are over 3 billion passionate fans, ladies and gentlemen, that can be monetized, and you and I can benefit from that. So that's where this project is starting. It's starting with the World Cup fans all around the world, that 3 billion user base. But from there, it's going to introduce the NFL, the NBA, cricket around the world, music, artists, and entertainers, and even movies and actors. We're talking about a $700 billion market potential, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to have the ability, and people are going to have the ability to monetize their passions around their favorite actors and sports fans and sports teams, etc. And you and I have the ability to participate in the revenue sharing, which, as you're going to see, is absolutely life-changing. So I want you to take a look at this screen. Do you recognize any of these folks? And what's so interesting is that this is basically just a handful of the famous, individuals in those various areas that we talked about. Now, do you think these folks have a few fans? Absolutely. And so when these individuals and their fan base participate in this, that grows us even larger. And so hopefully you can see the potential here. It is absolutely huge. Now I've got a little video here. It's relatively short. Let's watch this to give you an introduction of what we are doing.
This isn't a trailer.
Yes, we hear it.
This isn't a pitch. This is a celebration. A fan-powered football game played over 2 million times. 1 billion questions answered. 150,000 hours of gameplay. 5 hours daily. 5x stronger than Netflix. 30,000 organic referrals. 30 referrals monthly. 30x more than Dropbox. And this is just the pilot. This is SuperOne. A digital football arena where fans play, compete, build, and fight. Hourly, daily, weekly. For glory. For the leaderboards. Featuring top global fandoms. With a new game every minute. And 50,000 free cash prizes every week.
$10,000 on SuperOne!
Every tap. Every swipe. Every batting pass. Every tournament. Building a new digital economy for football, for clubs, for stars, for brands, fueled by billions, billions of breaths held, billions of tears shed. Now, we're scaling to 1 billion fans by 2030, not as followers, but as founders of a new era. Let's change the game together.
Right. Let's change the game together. All right. And so what you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, is the ability for us to tap into this digital economy, which is absolutely evolving as a result of this fan-based system that we want to introduce you to tonight. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a moment to get into the opportunity and explain to you how it can benefit you and I. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right. So first of all, there is a game that's currently available right now. I showed you how you could get to that by going to Super.one inside of the App Store. And one of the things I want you to see is how the quality of that app, ladies and gentlemen, and people are able to play that right now for free. But that's version 1. Version 2 is going to be 10 times better, ladies and gentlemen, and it's expected to be released in September. Now, it's going to be released by a global superstar. This person has a fan base of over 300 million followers. And so when that happens, that's going to be huge for you and I, right? Because obviously they're going to introduce the platform to those fans and encourage them to participate. So that's what's coming up. And so it's kind of keeping a secret who that individual is going to be, but they are a huge athlete, right? And so I'm going to play a little video, kind of introduce you to that. All right. So who is the Joker is a reference as to who that superstar is going to be. Now, this is very interesting. People are able to engage with this game, and they can pay as little as $1 a week to be able to play. They can watch ads to be able to play without spending anything at all. They can play for $2.50 a week, $10, $25, even $50 a week. But what's so interesting is that you and I are going to be able to benefit from these fans. All right. Now, we're excited because we recognize that there are going to be $1 million prizes, ladies and gentlemen, that people are going to be able to win inside of this platform. Imagine that this platform gives away $1 million every week to someone because of how they performed with this game. But that's not all. There'll be all kinds of prizes, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be hearing more about that as we move forward. And then, of course, you have the leaderboard, because as people play, they are accumulating points. And that puts them on this leaderboard. Now, that could allow them to do a ton of things. They will be able to perhaps fly out to the game of the Pacific team that they're interested in, have a meeting with that Pacific sports icon, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, they're going to get all kinds of prizes, a variety of things if they can get on that top 10 leaderboard. And of course, the grand prize, $1 million to someone every single week. And it could be even more frequent than that. So you can imagine the type of attraction that's going to provide, especially when people are able to play with as little as $1. And so that means that this is going to be available to the entire globe, even those third world countries where money is tight. It's going to be an opportunity for people to really benefit. All right, so now we're going to get into some numbers. Now, this presentation is provided for educational and information purposes only, and is intended to introduce viewers to SuperOne, its technology, product, services, and the business model. Nothing presented during this webinar should be considered financial, investment, legal, tax, or professional advice. Participants should conduct their own research and consult a qualified professional before making any financial or business decisions. Any examples of earnings, commissions, revenue, fan monetization, market size, growth potential, or financial results discussed during this presentation are for illustrations only. There is no guarantee that you will earn any income or achieve any specific financial result. Individual results will vary based on numerous factors, including effort, skill, experience, market conditions, participation, business activity, and other circumstances. Past performance, projections, hypothetical examples, and testimonies should not be interpreted as promises or guarantees of future results. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about is what's known as the Creator Pack. And so this is for the affiliates, those individuals that want to actively share this program with others and benefit from it. So let me break this down for you. And so there are 3 different packs. That's the Creator Pack for the affiliates. There's the Fan Pack for the fans. And there's the Agent Pack for individuals that want the AI to get the fans for you. So I want you to understand this is ByteDance and TikTok. They are probably the most advanced when it comes to using technology to build engagements and to grow a community. And so you're going to be able to benefit from that when you get an agent package. So we're not going to talk about the fan packs yet because that's going to be a little later, but we're going to focus on the Creator Pack and the Agent Pack. So now, if you are interested in being an affiliate here, you want to purchase a Creator Pack, and there are 6 levels for those packs. Now, by the way, there are no monthly subscriptions. These are one-time payments, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So this is broken into 2 parts. You'll notice the blue, and a person can become a creator with a one-time payment of just $10. You also see a bronze creator is a one-time payment of $100, and a silver creator is a one-time payment of $250. This enables you to refer others and to benefit from individuals who are direct to you, one level. Okay? Want to make sure you understand that. But then you have the green, which is the gold, the platinum, and the diamond. So when you purchase the Creator Pack for $500, that opens up 6 levels of overrides within this community. When you purchase the Platinum for $5,000 one time, that opens up 8 levels, and the Creator Pack, $25,000, opens up 10 levels. Now we're going to get into more details right now. All right, so here is the gold. Now, if you want to do something extraordinary here, especially in the next part of the program, you're going to want to come in at the gold pack. So that's $500. Now, the first thing I want you to see is that there are super tokens. So this is Web3. So all the payments are instant, direct to your wallet. They're not held in the community because we use the latest blockchain technology to do that. But also, we have our own token. It's called the super token. And as this community grows, there's some amazing things that can happen to the value of that token. And so when you purchase that creator pack for $500, you're going to get 905 super tokens. And when they are released, they will be released at a starting price of $1. So no telling how well that can grow and what that can grow to down the road. But we've got some projections, and we're very positive about it. Also, remember, when you have that gold package, that's going to open up 6 levels of overrides for you. You also notice you see cards, spaces, and towers. Those are actually NFTs. Those are NFTs that you can use, that you can sell, and you can also offer to your players as incentives, and you'll learn more about that moving forward. Then we have the creator pack, which is $5,000 one time. You will receive 9,800 super tokens, and that's going to open up levels 1 through 8. And you can also see the NFTs, the amount you get there also increases. And of course, the top package is the diamond package. This is $25,000 one time, and you will get over 52,000 super tokens. So just think about that. They're valued at just $1 each, then that's over $52,000. And that's going to open up 10 levels of overrides. It also is going to give you access to infinity bonuses, and you can see a ton of NFTs that you can sell, or you can also use as incentives with your players. All right, so that's the creator pack. And so if you want to do something extraordinary here, you want to start with at least the $500 gold creator pack. Okay, so now let's talk about the agent packs. This is where it gets very exciting, especially if you are the kind of person, maybe you don't really want to talk to anyone, but you would like to make money and you would like to make passive residual income. We're going to show you how that can be done with this platform. So there are 3 levels built around your audience. All right, let's get into it. So the first is the pro level. It is $500, ladies and gentlemen. The system, the AI system, will get the fans for you, 1,000 fans. So I want you to see here, all right? Because fans can play with $1, they can play with $2.50. I talked about $10, $20, and $50. In this case, the AI will get fans for you who are paying an average of $5 a week. All right, 1,000 fans. So let's just do a little math on that. So let's say you have 1,000 fans that paid $5 for the week. That's $5,000. You're going to earn 10% of that. So that's $500 for the week. And of course, there's 4 weeks in a month. So that's $2,000 for the month. How much did you pay? You paid $500 for the creator pack and $500 for the pro. You paid $1,000 all in. And now you set yourself up potentially for recurring income in the area of $500 to $1,000 a week, potentially for life, ladies and gentlemen. As long as these individuals are playing, you continue to earn. But here's the thing I want you to understand. You signed up as a gold creator, which opens up 6 levels. Well, when these fans refer others, and we have our current game, we have a lot of statistics and numbers. The average fan refers 2 other fans every single week. All right. And so you've got 1,000 fans, they go out and refer 2. Guess what? The next week, you've got 2,000 fans. The week after that, you've got 4,000 fans. Now, here's the thing. You will benefit from all of those fans, even the ones that you didn't refer, the ones that were referred by the ones that you have. So hopefully you can see the potential of that. It's much greater than the numbers that you see on the screen. And you didn't have to get the fans. The AI did it for you. All right. So that's the Pro Pack. Now let's go to the Mega Pack. Now the Mega Pack is $1,000 one time plus the 500 for the Creator Pack. So that's $1,500 one time. And guess what? You get 5,500 fans. Now, those fans are going to be purchasing on average $7.50 every single week. If you were to do the math on that, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a potential, let's say anywhere from about $4,000 to $8,000 per week, potentially for life. And it doesn't stop there because you can purchase more packs to get even more fans, but also you have to understand those fans, when they refer others, they are also your fans as well. All right, so we're talking about real business now, right through those cell phones, ladies and gentlemen. But let's go to the next step, and that is the Ultra Pack. Now, this is something you really want to focus on. Is one of the reasons why we're going to be doing calls basically every day this week. This is $2,500 one time now. This is the pack that I have. This is the pack that Doc has and several of our other members right now, because right now, until Sunday, anyone who purchased this pack gets 24,000 fans, ladies and gentlemen. The AI gets the fans for you, and they are paying an average of $10 a week. All right. Now, whatever that total is, you're going to get 10% is paid instantly direct to your wallet, your Web3 wallet. Let's take a look at some numbers. What's the potential? It's life-changing potential, ladies and gentlemen. You can crunch the numbers yourself. Even if it's a fraction of this, it's life-changing. And it's a one-time payment in order for you to participate at this level. But let me break it down a little more, because you need to understand the urgency right now. And so the company is preparing to release that new game very soon. We're looking at sometime in September right now. So here's what I want you to see. Right now, there is a 20x promotion going on. In other words, if you purchase the Ultra Pack, you're going to get 24,000 fans. Now, this offer ends on Sunday. All right. Next week, starting Monday, it drops to 12,000 fans. A week after that, it drops to 6,000. A week after that, to 3,000. And then the permanent amount is 1,200. So all of us has the opportunity to get 24,000 fans by Sunday. All right. And so why are these numbers shrinking? Because this is preparing to go live with that new game. And you and I have the first adopters advantage. You can also see, even if you decide to get the Mega Pack at $1,000, because of this bonus, this amplifier, you're going to get 5,500 fans. But after Sunday, it drops down to 2,700 fans. Then 1,375, 688. And then 5 weeks from now, it's 275, and that's where it's going to stay at. All right. And then the Pro, $500, you get 1,000 fans. But next week, Monday, it drops to 500, then 250, 125, and then 50 fans. Doc, do you have any comments concerning this?
Absolutely, Mark. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You guys, just to give you some inside information on, because a lot of people say that, hey, we're not builders, but even for the builders, let me tell you how powerful this is. If you look at the Pro Agent Pack right there, the very first one, to get 1,000 fans for $500 is a very powerful, because usually that's what we work towards as builders. We know that once you get, and in some cases 100 fans, but we know once you get 1,000 fans, then it becomes organic. What does that mean? They did a testing with the first game, and they noticed that on average, each fan recommended anywhere from 2 to 8 participants, friends, family, business partners, to participate with them playing the game. Now, keep in mind that the game that's coming out is going to be more dynamic than the game that they did the testing on. So when you come in at the $500 level to get 1,000 fans, that's huge. Now, multiply that times 5 with the next one, 4.5, when you get 5,500 fans. And think about how that would grow from week to week with people recommending fans and friends and family to be able to join, even strangers, if they see them playing the game and they send them their link. The potential for what we have here is really mind blowing. And then if you go to the 24 pack, I was always taught by many of my trainers in security and in trading and everything that I do, go hard or go home. So when you look at the Ultra Agent package for 24,000 fans, you can really sit on your hands after that and do nothing. Not that we recommend that, but again, that is the best package, especially if you're looking at the price. When you look at what you can potentially make for that price right there, again, I was telling my team members, you need to be looking at the mattresses and cushion seats and piggy banks, whatever it takes to get 2,500 to try to get in at that level while that is at 20x before Sunday midnight, and that's on be on a specific time, Pacific time. Very, very important and very powerful. So even, I say that all that to say this, even if you come in at the pro agent, you buy your $500 pack, creator pack to get started, then you come back and buy your agent pack at 500 at the very lowest level. Before Sunday, you're going to get 1,000 fans. And that, like Mark said, after that, from week to week, it's going to be broken in half. So now is the time for you to not procrastinate. Now it's action time. If you see the potential and the vision that we see and that we're trying to communicate as effectively as we can on tonight's presentation, then you're going to be scrambling, because it is a sense of urgency with that expiration on Sunday. And then you also want to be able to get it in front, of get it locked in and get it in front of family and friends, because in addition to that, and I'm going to close by saying this and hand it back to Mark, not only will you get, and I may be jumping ahead, so I may leave that to you, Mark, because I don't know if you touched on that yet, but I'm going to give it back to Mark. But just think about what we're saying right here, you guys. You can get 1,000 fans at the very low end for $500 after you paid your $500 to get your creator pack. So that's $1,000 out of pocket to get 1,000 fans. And right now the coin is at a 0.60 cents. So it's at 60 cents. They're not going to release the coin for below $1. So if we're talking about those super tokens alone, then you have value right there, in addition to what you will be able to generate when it comes to the fans making the purchases to play. And you're going to have fans globally outside of what you will be able to physically reach, which is amazing. So, Mark, I'm going to hand it back to you, because I don't know if you spoke on the other bonus that come with that if a person decides to share it with a family and friend, what they're going to receive.
Oh, yes. Well, we're absolutely going to talk about that. So let's go a bit further. So here again is just a summary of where we are right now. And so timing is everything, ladies and gentlemen. We are absolutely in the right position right now. So let's go a little further. So now you become a creator and you share this with someone else who purchases a creator pack. You're going to earn a 20% commission, and that's going to be paid out instantly. That's going to be split up 75% in XRP sent direct to your wallet, because the company doesn't hold any of these funds. That money instantly goes to your custodial wallet. And so you can see if they come in and they purchase, for example, the 25,000 creator packet, you would earn $37.50 in XRP and $1,250 in the super token. If you refer someone, they come in at the $5,000 platinum, you would earn $750 in XRP and $250 in the super token. And if they come in at the $500 package, you would earn $75 in XRP and $25 in the super token. All right. So that's a 20% bonus paid out instantly, right? Because of the blockchain technology. Now, let's go a little further. Now, let's say that you refer someone who purchases an agent package. All right. And we're talking about the 500, the 1,000, and the 2,500. They purchased the Ultra, the 2,500. You're going to earn $187 in XRP paid instantly direct to your wallet, no waiting, in real time. And you're going to get $62.50 in the super token. They purchased the $500 mega agent pack. You're going to get $75 in XRP, $25 in the super token. And they purchased the $500 pro pack. You're going to get $37.50 in XRP and $12.50 in the super token. So you're able to earn money right now, even before the phase 2 game is actually released. All right. So hopefully you caught that. Now, here is the mind-boggling part of the program, ladies and gentlemen. As a creator, when you refer others and they purchase those fan packs, if they get 24,000 fans, you get 100% match. That's another 24,000 fans for you. If they get 1,000 fans, you get 100% match. You get 1,000 fans for you. And so as a creator, you are building people direct to yourself. Remember, you're going to be able to earn rewards going down multiple levels depending on which creator package you get. 6 levels for the $500 package, eight levels for the $5,000 package, and then 10 levels for the 25,000 creator package. And so this is huge. We can see members in this community with hundreds and thousands of fans. And the numbers, when you crunch the numbers, it could be absolutely mind-boggling. You know, what's so interesting about this program is that people are able to play for just $1 a week. But if you got 24,000 fans just paying $1 a week, ladies and gentlemen, that's $24,000 for the month, and you earn 10% of that. All right. And so this is life-changing income potential here as we're moving forward. And it's very, very exciting. Any comments on that, Doc?
Mark, I didn't want to steal your thunder, but this is exactly what I meant when I say you need to do whatever you need to do to get in front of this as soon as possible before Sunday, because to be able to get that match in addition, just to get 24,000, if you come in at that $2,500 pack, agent pack is powerful, even at the $500 level, which is the beginning level. And then everybody who come behind you and duplicate with what you have done, to get 100% match on that 500 that they spent after you gets you another 1,000 fans if that's your price point. If you get in at the $2,500 level, and this is already happening in real time, once the person makes the purchase, like Mark said, that those percentages go to you that are paid out in XRP instantly, and then a few minutes later, you'll notice in your back office that your fans increase. And again, which doubles those numbers that Mark talked about in the previous slide. It's just, you guys, this is something that, you know, even in some of my friends that I got on the other day, Mark, and they said, well, I didn't quite get it. I said, listen, I implore you to get on again and make sure. I know it's a lot of moving components, but you want to make sure that you lock in and understand exactly what's happening, because there's so many people in the market space that's saying, hey, I wish I'd have knew about Bitcoin when it was $1 or $100 or $1,000, and it was somewhere around $60,000 now. It's going to be the same thing said about this opportunity. And I just don't want people to miss it because they don't understand all the moving components of it and not understand how powerful and how dynamic this opportunity is. And it is not something that should be taken lightly at all. So yeah, Mark, this is the part that really blew me away, on top of everything that they're already offering. To be able to offer 100% matching is I'll put it this way, it's just a no-brainer. It's mind-blowing on how powerful this is going to be when everything is rolled out next month.
All right, awesome. Really, really appreciate that. Got another little quick video, and then we're going to close it out.
Breaking news. 3 lions are at the center of a case involving the theft of a golden football.
Stay with me.
The football is composed of approximately 6 kilograms of pure gold.
And what is the value of this football?
Did he just say that?
All right. It's going to get exciting. Once that $1 million, those $1 million payouts take place, it's going to go next level. And so, listen, everybody's fixated on those cell phones, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people are playing games on their phone. I do it myself just to burn time. But suppose you can play a game and you can earn money, learning and participating in that knowledge that you have about your favorite fan, your favorite football team, your favorite entertainer. This is absolutely huge. And so how many fans do you want to earn from? What you want to do is reach out to the person who invited you on the call. Tell them you want to get started. They'll answer any questions that you may have. We've got multiple webinars taking place throughout the week. Now, in order for you to participate, you need a custodial wallet. So we're talking about a trust wallet. It could be an Exodus wallet, a SafePal wallet, and you need to have XRP. It's XRP in and XRP out. And so that's what you need in order to participate. You want to set that wallet up, put some XRP in that wallet when you get ready to register with the person who invited you on the call. And so, listen, that is all we have. Doc, do we have any special guests on the call right now?
David is on. So if you can give some brief comments on what you're seeing with this. He is our upline as well. So are you there, sir? Can you hear us?
Doc.
Oh, there you go. How you doing, David?
Right. Hey, fantastic. Man, the best presentation we've ever seen. We've heard from the number one guy, Alexander. We've heard from Stefan in Germany. Great guys. Great info, right? You guys nailed it. So simply, I'm a retired senior citizen, VA disability, 77 years young, right? So this 2 weeks and 3 days ago, and I learned it and got into action and started sharing it, got myself in, my wife in, and thank God, if I can do it, anybody can do it, right? So we're at 7 figures per year the rest of our life based on sharing this. Real important. Get in now before Sunday night. So that's it. Back to you, Doc.
Listen, we appreciate it, David. You made it short and sweet. David has been, again, a great servant leader for me and Mark. He and I met when Mark first shared this opportunity on Sunday. And the irony of how me and Mark have done in this space, when you hear certain things, before you learn all the details, sometimes you understand it's time to move. When I heard that TikTok, the owners of TikTok were involved, I said, listen, sign me up and we'll learn the details later, because I understand that, the way to gain access without knowing everything is to follow successful brands that, like Mark talked about in his presentation, that have the technology and the bandwidth in such a way to where they are influencing the world globally on a major scale. And then they're paying out people, literally influencers, millions of dollars a month, and we can even say billions of dollars. Some of these TikTokers are making so much money it would make your head spin, to the point these guys are going up to drive-throughs, giving away $10,000 to everybody who's working that shift. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. So this is not something that you have to overthink. This is something that if you caught any component of what was shared tonight, you want to get back to the person who invited you and find out where you can get in, where you fit in before Sunday. And you need to do it before you forget that time lapse. And then next week, it just went down by 50%. That that 24,000 fan opportunity would drop down to 12,000. So you guys, we're not going to hold you. We don't want to be redundant, but we just want to impress upon you that this is something that you really want to get in position. And you definitely want to thank the person who invited you to hear this information, because a lot of people are not even going to have the opportunity that you have right here and right now. They're just not going to have it. It's not going to be enough time to get it. So you're in a unique position to be able to move right now. You're in a unique position to get started tonight or tomorrow within the next 24 hours, no later than Sunday, midnight Pacific time. So with all that being said, we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. Again, we never take it for granted. Time is so valuable. It's something we can't get back. And this is the reason why we work so hard behind the scenes to make sure that we do our best to communicate it in such a way that you have enough information to move, even if you don't understand all of the moving components. You can make a decision off of one or two components that you can relate to, and that you know that other people can relate to. So Mark, I'm excited. I'm pumped up. We've already hit the ground running. Our teams are running, and we're here to serve you in whatever way we can. And again, we thank you guys for joining us on this evening. So Mark, I've said everything I need to say. Thank you, David, for sharing your thoughts, and we look forward to continue to build with you in this process. I'm giving it back to you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to close with this. The best way to predict your future is to create it. So let's do just that, and let's do it together. Have a good evening. We'll be back again tomorrow at the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the very same link. Be sure to join us and invite guests as well. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, sir. Bye for now.